Hello, my name is David Moore. This is my wife, Mary. She's going to be in my audience today. I have my dog, Sarge, here. Take a look at him. He's going to be relevant later on.
There you go.
He's a very vicious dog. So today, I'm going to be giving you a speech about whether or not pit bulls should be a banned breed or whether or not they're dangerous. Did you know that you have a 1 in 116,000 chance of dying from a fatal dog attack, and you have a 1 in 50,000 chance of dying from a bee sting? So you're twice as likely to die from a bee sting than you are from a dog attack. With that being said, right now there's all these protections going on against bees, putting them on the endangered species list and all this. Why can't we do that with dogs who are creations of God and have just as much right to live as anyone else? I believe this is relevant to absolutely everyone that hears this speech, just because you never know. You shouldn't have the misconception of a pit bull just based on his looks. Pit bulls are very friendly dogs if raised in the right manner. Credibility. I have, as you can see, that's my pit mix, Sarge. He's mixed with a pit and a Labrador Retriever. The dog barking in the background, his name's Hawkeye. He's a German Shepherd. Another vicious breed, so they say, and they're probably the most loving dogs that I've ever had. I've had Beagles, Black Labs, and these two by far are the most loving dogs. So today, like I said, we're going to be covering whether or not why pit bulls should not be banned, and the importance of giving them the opportunity to live out their lives. Pit bulls are very good family dogs. They do well with kids, children, adults, any person in your household. Pit bulls used to be known as nanny dogs. So by nanny dogs, I mean they used to watch over the child while the parents were outside doing yard work or running errands. It was very prominent in World War II when the females would go to work while the males were at war. The dogs would stay and take care of young ones, making sure they weren't hurt and weren't injured because they're very protective. According to the American Pit Bull Terrier Association, the pit bull is a descendant of the English baiting dog, which was bred to bite and hold bulls, bears, and other large animals around the face and head. When it became illegal to bait animals, or to bait other animals, they started to do away with the pit bulls. So what the pit bulls ended up being was they would either be family dogs or people would turn them into fighting dogs. Pit bulls make excellent fighting dogs. I'm not condoning fighting animals at all. But they're very good fighting dogs because of their loyalty to their owner, and they are tough dogs. They are not aggressive by nature. They're aggressive by the way that the owner will bring up their dog. And they're so loyal to their owners that it doesn't matter whether the pit bull knows right from wrong. If you teach a pit bull to do something, that's what the pit bull is going to do. When pit bulls, if they ever did get violent with their handlers in dog fights and stuff like that, the owners of that pit bull, they would immediately put the dog down because there was no place for that, because fighting dogs are oftentimes handled by humans, obviously, and they are around other dogs. Now, pit bulls they are considered to be an aggressive breed of dog. This does not mean that they cannot do well with other pit bulls or other animals in general, children or anything. It doesn't make them more aggressive to anything. It just means that you should take caution and you should take the appropriate measures to make sure that you get them proper socialization throughout their early years. Every year, over 6,000 pit bulls are put down in shelters. They are banned in many cities. They're banned in every military installation in the country and abroad. So if I were to ever leave, I would not be able to bring my vicious pit bull with me for fear that he might attack someone. Now, everyone in my house knows that this dog is not going to attack anyone. Everyone that comes to my house knows that this dog is not going to attack anyone. He might attack you with licks, kisses, hugs. He's a cuddling dog. Every pit bull that I've ever seen has been that way. The pit bulls get a bad rap from the media. The media is always portraying pit bulls out to be bad. Half the time that the studies come out about pit bulls, they're not even necessarily pit bulls. It could be a Rottweiler, and they'll say, oh, a pit bull attacks a person, and that's just not the case. Half of them are false statements. There was in the mid 1900s, there were temperament tests done to pit bulls, and what I mean by a temperament test is they would have a child, and they would sit the child down, and they would poke the dog in the eye. And this wasn't just done with pit bulls; it was done with all different breeds of dogs. And the purpose of this test is to see when the dog would bite. I think it's kind of an inhumane test. I know if you poke me enough, I'm going to bite as well. So I don't think it's a very practical test to give. But with that being said, Golden Retrievers had the best temperament. It was 17 pokes for the Golden Retriever to actually bite the child. The Pit Bull was 13 pokes, coming in at second. So with that test alone, the Pit Bull is the second best temperamented dog. Like I said, Pit Bulls make great family dogs. He's been a member of our family for 3 years now. No issues, and I keep looking over at the dog. He wants the crackers in my hand. But he's just a kind dog, and I just feel that it's a shame that we put someone down just based on what they look like and the stereotypes behind them. That kind of thing's been going on in our country for a very long time, and we had the Civil War because of that. So I don't agree that we should be treating dogs the same way. So in conclusion, pit bulls are man's best friend. A pit bull is the most loyal, friendly dog that you can own. I highly encourage you that if you're not aware of pit bulls or you have the misconception about pit bulls, just get to know one that's around you. Obviously, ask the owner. Say, hey, can I pet your dog? Can I pet your dog? And I guarantee you 9.5 times out of 10, that dog is going to jump up and attack you with kisses. Thanks for listening to me tonight. Have a good night.